Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the state of Tennessee, in the county sheriff. Date, early Monday morning, August 22nd, 2016, time 3:50 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. And I'll continue to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis tri-state area. I'll continue to continue to further my education at Memorial College online, pursuing my associate degree in business administration, concentration, and marketing. The music you hear in the background is African hip hop. You know, you can go online and you have all these online radio stations. So it's African hip hop. On today's video, we're going to continue talking about African traditional religion. African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa, colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. You can earn a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD in African traditional religion. Where sub-Saharan Africa? Well, get the map. You'll see what sub-Saharan Africa is. Now, this map is a language map, language distribution map. It shows you sub-Saharan Africa. Now, all the people that live on the continent of Africa, they got a color code. Now, the blue color, that's the Afro-Asiatic. Yellow color, that's Nilo-Saharan. The dark orange color, that's Niger Congo A. Now, the light orange color, that's Niger Congo B, Bantu. And it's the other half of the map. It shows you the color code. It tells you that the blue color is the Afro-Asiatic. It tells you that the yellow color is the Nilo-Saharan. It tells you that the dark orange color is the Niger Congo A. And that light orange color is the Niger Congo B, the Bantu. Now, the green color, is the Khoisan. There's two groups of people. The Khoi people are pastoralists. The San people are hunter-gatherers. Now, the lavender, purple-looking color over there on the island of Madagascar, the Austronesians. The Austronesians are the people that came from Madagascar, came from Indonesia. They left Indonesia. They settled on the island of Madagascar. They colonized Madagascar. They are not the original inhabitants of the island of Madagascar. Now, this is another language distribution map. This is the Niger Congo map. It shows you sub-Saharan Africa. This is the Niger Congo. Now, your Niger Congo languages, your primary branch, Volta Congo, South Volta, Bantu, Bantoid, besides Bantu, your other east, Benu Congo, your west, Benu Congo, and your Khoi. Now, your north Volta, Kru, Sanufo, your Gur Volta language, your Adamawa, your Bajan language, your other primary branches, your Kordofan, your Mandi, your Atlantic. Now, when I copied this map off the printer, a little part of the bottom got cut off down here, but right here, that's a Dogon. This map here is a Niger Congo map. Still shows you sub-Saharan Africa. It's Niger Congo. Your Atlantic branch of Volo, Fule, and also not shown on this map, the Sierra, also in the Atlantic group. Your Mandi, Bambare, Mandinka, your Dayule, your Kru, your Girl, Moor language, your Kwe, Bali, Akan, and Iwi, your Dogon, your Ajoy, your Adaman, your Bunji language, Jibaye, Banda, and Zandi, and your Kordofanians, your non-Bantoid, Yoruba, and Igbo, Bantoid, Fang, Tiki, Lingale, Mungo, and Kundu, Congo, Choki, Lube, Luganda, Rwanda, Rundi, Sukume, Kikuyu, then your Bantu, Swahili, Makawi, Inyanje, Bimbe, Shone, Tasange, Northern Soto, Zulu, Southern Soto, Kosa, Tswane, Ndange, Umbundu, Niger Congo. We're going to continue talk about African traditional religion. And before we get to our reading, we're going to continue to encourage each and every one that's listening to notify, to get in contact with the Niger Congo. It's very important. And inform them about that street gang and that drug gang in Chicago, Illinois, that street gang, that drug gang in Los Angeles, California. And a good example, a network, television network, BET. They had a series of programs that they did called American Gangster. And they did programs about the street gang and about the drug gang. And that way, the Niger Congo, they'll have a general idea of exactly what the drug gang and the street gang, the drug gang in Chicago, Illinois, and the street gang and drug gang in Los Angeles, California. They know exactly what we're talking about. And let's get to our reading. But we don't want nobody walking around thinking they're going to take advantage and make a fool out of the Niger Congo. And that's what we doing. We making sure we don't let nobody walk around and think that they know something and think that the Niger Congo don't. And you're gonna make a fool at the Niger Congo. You're gonna think that you smarter than the Niger Congo. Then we're gonna start our reading with the book titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasede Ewelelu and Dr. P. Adalumo Dopemu, West African Traditional Religion. We read from chapter 6, God and Man, chapter 6, God and Man. And we are finna start on 8, conceived by the Yaru. 8. As conceived by you, the Yoruba have a conception of certain constituent parts that they regard as making a whole man. The first is the A-ray. A-ray is the physical body, which man shares with the lower creatures. With A-ray, man acts and reacts on his physical environment. It is the A-ray that serves as the house or temple for other constituent parts. The condition of A-ray can be improved through nourishment and proper care. When man dies, it is the A-ray that is buried and allowed to perish. The second is the Ojaja, which is the human shadow. The shadow, like the physical body, is visible. During man's lifetime, the shadow accompanies him everywhere. Though the shadow is visible, it is taken to represent a higher phenomenon which is unseen. In other words, the shadow is the visible representation of the invisible human essence or personality soul. That is why when the personality soul disappears at death, the shadow ceases to exist and vanishes with it. The popular belief is that corpses cast no shadow, but during man's lifetime, the shadow as a constant accompaniment of the body can be used through sorcery to injure the physical body. The third constituent part is okon. This, this, this literally can be translated as the heart or the physical heart, which is closely connected with the blood. In this sense, it is that kind of heart that can be seen if an operation is performed on man. And since this is material, man has it in common with the lower animals. But this material okon is a real representation of another okon, which is essentially immaterial and invisible. In this sense, okon is the seat of intelligence, thought, and action. It can also be used to donate that part of man called ayi, mind, mentality, or rationality. This is seen clearly in the ways okon is used by the Yoruba. Okon, Ritalo, he is buried in thought, used of a person who is absent-minded or who is thinking of another thing when the people around him are discussing with him. Such a person will not be able to say a word about the discussion. Okon, Maso Pio, wait, I think he will come. Osi Okon Giri, he behaved bravely. Olokon, he is brave, or he has courage. Ojibide Dore, Otokonwe, he had heartfelt prayers. The fourth is called Imai. This is the vital principle, the seat of life. It is closely associated with breathing or breath. Imai, but not identical with it. At death, when man ceases to breathe, it means that his Imai has gone. Imai is also associated with the personality soul. That is why it is when the personality soul disappears from man that he ceases to breathe. Moreover, Imai can be used to denote spirit or being. The supreme being is called Ilimai, owner of spirits. We can now look at the various ways the word Imai is used by way of illustration. Mofi, Be Imari, I want to take his life, or I want to kill him. Obey, Imale, he saved my life. Ope, Deru, Imai, he lost his life. Kona Imai, Ninu, he is lifeless. Imai Gonun, he is possessed by the spirit of divinity. Imai Baburu Belei, evil spirit descends upon him. Finally, we have the real essence of being, the personality soul, which guides and helps a person before he is born, at birth, through the passage of life, at death, and finally goes back to supreme deity, its creator, to give an account of man's conduct on earth. This personality soul is called Ori by the Yaru. We're going to start right there. Okay, well, Ori by you. Okay, the literal meaning of the word Ori is the physical head. The physical head contains the brain and is the seat of the intellect, but this physical head is a symbol of the inner head called Ori Anu. inner ear, which controls the full personality of man. Okay, there, start right there. And we've been reading from the book titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omaseda Abelelu and Dr. P. Adelumo Dopenu. We've been reading from chapter 6, God and Man. And we've been reading from 6:1, Man's Origin, and A conceived by Yahweh. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled African Traditional Religion, a Definition, written by Dr. E. Beloja Adowu. We're reading from chapter 5, the structure of African traditional religion. Number 1, belief in God. We'll pick up where we left off. If we take, for example, the spiritual journey of the Hebrew mind, we should see the stages which were covered from a henotheism, which was deeply tinged with ethnocentricity, to the ethical monotheism of Deutero Isaiah. We also see clearly in that case that the prophetic insight regarding the nature of God has always been far in advance of the general concept held by the generality of the people. As for the matter of clear knowledge of God, the Bible is naturally full of warning, and the experiences of the saints have confirmed the fact that man cannot find out the deep things of God or find out the limit of the Almighty, for he dwells in unapproachable light, whom no man has ever seen or can see. Islamic tradition gives an implied warning in a story told about Muhammad's visit to Allah for the purpose of receiving us. The scheme for the daily obligatory prayers. When Muhammad arrived at the outer court of heaven, he saw a very voluminous garment, the ends of which, height or breadth, he could not see. Because of its infinite extensiveness, it was Allah's garment. When he arrived at the presence, he was confronted with a most bewildering sight. He saw Allah but could not describe the sight. Allah was not sitting down or standing, reclining or lying down. He was not sleeping or awake. The time of day, if it could be called time, was not morning or noon or evening, twilight or dusk. The angels, seeing his bewilderment, sang out, "We eagerly expect to see what form of salutation Muhammad will use for the Lord." We are apt to think that in Islam, because of the Quran, which contains prophetic statements about Allah, all Muslims have a clear concept of God because they are taught it by their religion. But in this story, we are warned about the mystery, the inevitable mystery, which surrounds the Holy One. And all down the corridor of Islamic history, Muslim theologians and philosophers have been trying to spell out the implications or the contents of this mystery. The purport of all that we have said so far is that nowhere is the concept of God as clear as we are apt to think that it is in certain cases. We should know this in consequence of our experience or bafflement whenever we are confronted with certain questions about the nature of God, the doctrine of the Trinity in Christianity. For example, or whenever we are faced with certain moral problems, like the problem of suffering, which challenge either our faith or our logic with regard to the reality of God, his relationship to the world, or the purpose of the whole created order. Luther's phrase, "Do absconditus et revelatus," is always urging itself upon us. The absconditus hidden aspect more so than the revelatus reveal. Gonna stop right there. We've been reading from chapter 5, the structure of African traditional religion. We've been reading from number 1, belief in God. We've been reading from the book titled African Traditional Religion, a definition written by Dr. E. Logi Idowu. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled African Religion and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beaver. We read from chapter 17, the concepts of evil, ethics, and justice. Read from A, the origin and nature of evil. There exist therefore many laws, customs, set forms of behavior, regulations, rules, observances, and taboos constituting the moral code and ethics of a given community or society. Some of these are held sacred and are believed to have been instituted by God or natural leaders. They originate in the Zemana where the forefathers are. This gives sanctity to the customs and regulations of the community. Any breach of this code of behavior is considered evil, wrong, or bad, for it is an injury or destruction to the accepted social order and peace. It must be punished by the corporate community of both the living and the departed, and God may also inflict punishment and bring about justice. In human relationship, there is emphasis on the concept of hierarchy, based partly on age and partly on status. In practice, this amounts to a ladder ranging from God to the youngest child. God is the creator and hence the parent of mankind and holds the highest position, so that he is the final point of reference and appeal. Beneath him are the divinities and spirits, which are more powerful than man, and some of which were founders and forefathers of different societies. Next come the living dead, the more important ones being those who were full human beings by virtue of going through the initiation rites, getting married, and raising children. Among human beings, the hierarchy includes kings, rulers, rainmakers, priests, diviners, medicine men, elders in each household, parents, older brothers and sisters, and finally the youngest members of the community. Authority is recognized as increasing from the youngest child to the highest being. As for the individual, the highest authority is the community of which He is a corporate member. This authority also has degrees, so that some of it is in the hands of the household family. Some is invested in the elders of a given area. Part is in the hands of the clan, and part is in the whole nation, which may or may not be invested in central rulers. According to some societies, individuals or the people as a body or through its chiefs or king may offend against God. For example, the Burundi believe that God gets angry with a person who commits adultery. The Bakwe believe that God punishes people who steal, neglect aging parents, murder, or commit adultery. The Bavende say that if their chief offends against God, he punishes the whole people with locusts, floods, or other calamities. Stop right there. We've been reading from chapter 17, the concept of evil, ethics, and justice. Been reading from A, the origin and nature of evil. Been reading from the book titled African Religion and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. We're reading from Part 4, God and Man. We're reading from number 16. Worship, sacrifices, and offerings. We read the general, we're reading sacrifice and offerings. Sacrifices and offerings. These constitute one of the commonest acts of worship among African peoples. The examples are overwhelmingly many. In some cases, a sacrifice or offering is made to God alone. In others, it is to both God, the spirits, and the departed. In others, it is only to the spirits and the departed, who are considered intermediaries between God and men. There are four popularized theories about the function and meaning of sacrifice: the gift theory, the propitiation theory, the communion theory, and the thank offering theory. No doubt some of these ideas are present, but it is not our main concern to discuss them here. One may add, however, as sacrifices and offerings are acts of restoring the ontological balance between God and man, the spirits and man, and the departed and the living. When this balance is upset, people experience misfortunes and sufferings, or fear that these will come upon them. Sacrifices and offerings help, at least psychologically, to restore this balance. They are also acts and occasions of making and renewing contact between God and man, the spirits and man. When the sacrifices and offerings are directed toward the departed, they are a symbol of fellowship and recognition that the departed are still members of their human families, and tokens of respect and remembrance of the departed who are still remembered personally by someone in their family, are chiefly the recipients of sacrifices and offerings from the family group. These go back 4 or 5 generations, and we may call them the living dead. It is best to take different people separately and summarize their acts and concepts of sacrifices and offerings. I'm going to start right there. We've been reading from chapter 4, part 4, God and Man. We've been reading number 16, worship, sacrifice, and offerings. We've been reading sacrifice and offerings. And we've been reading from the book titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. Before we end today's video, we're going to continue to just talk about Niger Congo languages. And Niger Congo languages. Good place for you to look when you want to study the Niger Congo language. The Peace Corps, as you know, the United States government is a United States government agency that goes all around the world. Just like the foreign service, you know, like ambassadors and diplomats and things, and they have to be able to go. The U.S. government have embassies and consulates all around the world. And the Peace Corps also goes all around the world to represent peace between the United States and other countries and other peoples around the world. And the foreign service as well, they go all around the world, embassies and consulates, ambassadors, diplomats, and so on. And in order for you to be able to interact with various groups of people, we don't all have the same culture, customs, we don't all have the same language, and we don't all have the same religion. We don't all have the same philosophy. So you have to be able to interact, interrelate with one another. And one of those ways through the Peace Corps, language, and foreign service as well. And that was the Niger Congo on the continent of Africa. You have various groups of people that live on the continent of Africa. The Afro-Asiatic, the Nilo-Saharan, the Niger Congo, the Khoisan, Austronesia on the island of Madagascar, some European people who live on the continent of Africa, so on and so forth. But the Peace Corps, like I said, they have courses that you can study, you can look at or listen to the audio, whatever. But like I say, the Niger Congo language, you can learn to speak the language through the Peace Corps, and also the Live Lingua Project, in the African nation of Mali, and speak the Bambari language. And you can go to the Peace Corps language Live Lingua Project, and you can study Bambari. Have 13 audios and some courses and some ebooks. And you can also to African nation Burkina Faso, you can study the Moor language, and They have courses and ebooks and 21 audios. You can go to African Nation of Senegal, the Peace Corps is there, and they have courses and ebooks, and they have 27 audios. You can study the Wolof language. In the African Nation of Senegal, they speak Wolof. The African Nation of Gambia, they speak Mandinka. They have courses, ebooks, 25 audios, 25 audios. The African Nation of Guinea, they speak Fulani. Now they don't have the audios on here, but they have pages of lessons. You can learn to speak the Fulani language on the lessons. Now the African Nation of Sierra Leone, the Timni language. They have a manual. They have a language manual. Also, you can study the manual, and you can learn to speak the Timni language. In the African Nation of Liberia, the Kapeli, which is a Mandi language. There's a there's a reference handbook that you can refer to. It's a PDF, but you can learn to speak Kapeli. In the African Nation of Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, you can learn to speak the Akan Twi language. And they have lessons, and they have 45 audios. In the African Nation of Ghana as well. And they speak Ashanti Twi. And they had the audios as well. And they had the courses. And the African Nation of Togo. African Nation of Togo, they speak the Igbo language. And you have e-courses, e-books, and you have 104 audios for the Igbo language. And also the African Nation of Benin, the phone courses. They don't have the audios, but they have courses and ebooks for the phone language. Now the African Nation of Nigeria. I didn't find no Yoruba, but I did find the Igbo Line Lingua Project, and they have Igbo language lessons. They don't have the audio, but they had a course in the ebook. The Republic of Congo. There are two Congos. The Republic of Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. There are two Congos. The Republic of Congo, Katube. They speak Katube, and they also recognize Lingala. But the Republic of Congo, the Peace Corps, they have Katube courses. Now they don't have the audio, but they do have the courses in the ebooks. Now, the Democratic Republic of Congo, they speak Lingala. Now they had the courses and the ebook, and they don't have the audio. Now the African nation Rwanda, the people that live in Rwanda are the Banyarwanda. The Banyarwanda are the Hutu, the Tutsi, and the Twa. They speak Kinyarwanda. Now, I was trying to find the Kinyarwanda Peace Corps, didn't find it. But what I did find was a trainee Kinyarwanda book. And it's a PDF. And you can refer to that. And to help you with your learning Kinyarwanda. Now, the African nation Burundi. Burundi. As you know, the people in Burundi are right next door to Rwanda. And basically, the same people, but they speak Kirundi. They speak Kirundi because the Hutus and the Tutsi are in Burundi. The majority of the people that live in Burundi are Hutu, and the second group of people are the Tutsi. Same thing in Rwanda. The majority of the people are Hutus, and the next large group is the Tutsi. And like I said, Burundi. I didn't find no like live link or things in there for Burundi. But the Peace Corps have been to Burundi. As of right now, it might be a little politically unstable for the Peace Corps to be there right now. But like I said, the people that live in Burundi, they speak Kirundi. And also, like I said, some African nations, like the African nation Cameroon or Guinea-Bissau, the official language is Portuguese. Now they still may speak their native language, but the official language of the government is Portuguese. And so when the Peace Corps be there, may or may not be there, they may not have to learn or study the native languages. So because the official language there is Portuguese, or like Cameroon, English and French is the official language of the African nation of Cameroon. But they do speak their native language. I just didn't find the Peace Corps language manual for the native language in Cameroon. So some African nations, such as like Angola, Mozambique, the official language is Portuguese. And so when you try to find a Peace Corps manual, you may not find one, may or may not. But still, the official language is Portuguese or some other English, French, something like that, German. The African nation Malawi. Now the Peace Corps do have Chiba courses. And they also have 17 audios for the Chiba language in the African nation of Malawi. Now the African nation of Uganda, they speak Buganda. Excuse me. The Buganda people in Uganda, they speak Luganda. Now. They have Luganda courses, Luganda ebooks, and they also have 12 audio. The African nation of Kenya. I tried to find the Kikuyu, but the Peace Corps, they didn't have a manual for the Kikuyu, but they did have a manual for the Swahili, which is the official language. Swahili is the official language of the African nation of Uganda as well. And the African nation of Kenya Swahili is the official language. The African nation of Tanzania, the official language is Swahili. Identified in the majority of the people in African nation of Kenya are Kikuyu. Identifying a Kikuyu Peace Corps man. In the African nation of Tanzania, the majority of the people are Sukume. Identifying a Peace Corps Sukume language man. But like I said, but as I said, the African nation of Uganda, the African nation of Kenya, and the African nation of Tanzania, the official language is Swahili. The African nation of Zambia, the Peace Corps does have a Bembe language lesson. They don't have the audio, but they do have a lesson on Bembe. The Bembe language is the language of the African nation of Zambia. The African nation of Zimbabwe. The African nation of Zimbabwe. They have I think it's 16 official languages. Majority of African language, but including English. I tried to find the majority of people in Zimbabwe are Shone. They speak Shone. Now, when you come to when you talk about the Bantu people, the majority of people that are Bantu speakers are Swahili. Swahili has the most speakers. The second and third largest groups that speak Bantu are the Shone and the Zulu. They're the second and third in whichever order you put it in. But we know that Swahili has the most speakers of all Bantu speaking people. Swahili has the most speakers. The second and third is Shone and Zulu, whichever order, second and third, Shone or Zulu, Zulu, Shone. In the African nations of Zimbabwe, the Shone are the majority in Zimbabwe. They are majority. But I didn't find a Peace Corps, a language manual, or audios and things of that nature. In the African nation of South Africa, the Peace Corps, they had an introduction to the Zulu language. It's a PDF that you can find and you can refer to in the Zulu language. And the Peace Corps, they have an introduction to the Zulu language. The African nation of Namibia. The African nation of Namibia, the Peace Corps did have a language manual for Oshi and Dange. It's a beginner's guide to Oshi and Dange. And it's a beginner's guide to Oshikiwanyame. There's two in the African nation of Namibia. The Oshi and Dange and the Oshikiwanyame. That the Peace Corps do have now. They didn't have the audio for either one of those languages, but they did have the language list, a beginner's guide. They had a beginner's guide to both those languages. So you can refer to the Peace Corps, and they do have these language manuals for the people that want to learn to speak the Niger Congo languages in all these sub-Saharan African nations. So before we get ready to end today's video, again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known by BrightShine. Live right here in the city of Memphis, in the state of Tennessee, in the county sheriff. Thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement, support. I'm continuing to work on my entertainment and music industry. Until my next video, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you the very best.
Living down the gully, in big brains, trying to manifest. No debt there, how can food digest in your belly?